Sorry guys, had my mic off there. But what's up all you awesome people? It's Michael with Cryptid Films, and as you see I was just down at my mob spawner, and yeah, I was getting some experience, and I'm level 23, so it looks like we are gonna be going to get some reeds today. Cause yeah, well, I don't have any, and it's kind of gonna become problematic. And it seems like it's a thing now that it's gonna be raining when I come out of that cave. So I'm gonna try to not come out of that cave very often anymore. And I'm sorry to say I did die once off camera. My first death of this series, even though it wasn't really a death. I was testing out my mob spawner, making sure that everything would be working fine and dandy, and I died. So then I knew I had to move up my my contraption one block to make sure that the zombies would have one health left, or I mean have a heart of health left. But it's not really being consistent. They're having, like 2 hearts left, and I know why, but I really don't want to deal with it. Honestly, and I'm fine with it how it is, because I'm going to be using instant damage potions as soon as I go to the nether, so it should work out pretty well and everything. But I was farming away on the XP, thinking, yeah, good, gonna get some enchantments done. And then I realized that I don't have any reeds, so I figured today I was just going to go for a little hike to get some reeds and let you guys come along with me. There might actually be some. No, never mind. I thought this was like a big river or something, but I guess not. So I'm not really sure what I should talk about today. I don't really have any plans or anything, so I think I'm just gonna go with it. I'm not gonna kill any cows because I got enough cow meat. Not on me really, but yeah, you see, I got an iron helmet as well as a leather helmet because I made the leather helmet, and then I got I got 2 iron helmets actually, because I got another one right there from the zombie spawner. And look at that, we've already got some reeds. So I'm gonna go ahead and collect all those bones. Why not? I'm gonna go ahead and collect these reeds, and we're gonna set up a little bit of a reed farm over there. Try to farm them enough so that I'll have enough to make an enchantment room in no time at all. So enchantments are gonna be pretty helpful, Get some good ones for the bows, get some good ones for swords, picks. Picks are what I'm really looking for. And don't you dare shoot me, Mr. Skeleton. If I had a bow, I would pick you off, but I don't. Sorry. So, I wasn't really sure what I should do for other videos, I was thinking mod spotlights earlier, like do one day and a let's play the other day so I get more progress done in my let's plays. But I'm having a problem with finding good mods that I can review at that time, and I can't really ask you guys for it since there's not really enough of you, and I know none of you would really have any ideas. I know Mr. Weapon Hand. I think that's your name. I hope that's your name, because otherwise I just messed up pretty bigly there. You're the only guy who I really have commenting on any of my videos, so thank you so much. You're a very good guy. I will remember you when I'm big, which I'm now. I'm not that egotistic or narcissistic or whatever. I know that it may not ever happen for me, and I'm fine with that. I'm doing this for my own enjoyment. So yeah, whatever. So I forgot what I was talking about completely. Yeah. So I was thinking maybe Roller Coaster Tycoon I mentioned before, but I'm having troubles with the Hypercam, which is I think the only thing you can record that with actually. After doing some research online, that's what I came to the consensus of, and I don't know where I got this bow. Oh, I crafted it. I remember now. I don't have any arrows though. It's a shame. After doing some research online, I think I discovered that you need to use Hypercam, and my Hypercam, I guess, just my processor isn't good enough because it's skipping frames, and I don't want to record at 10 FPS. So that's kind of a problem. Plus, I'm not really sure how I would get my videos rendered. Whoa. Because I just use, well, actually I know how I would get them rendered, but I'm not sure what dimensions I would make them, and if I would have to warp it so it would fit onto YouTube correctly. I'm really not sure, so there's always that problem too. And it's not very good. It's just not looking nice. So I think I'm gonna go get some sand, unless I have some. And we're gonna build my reed farm pretty nicely, with half slabs. I need sandstone half slabs, which is why I want some sand. But I don't think I have any. No, I do not have any. So I'm gonna go farm some sand with my shovel over there. And my other idea for videos was Terraria, which, you know, I enjoy, so Terraria would be a good one, and I might actually do that. I might end up doing that. But I kind of wanna stay away from doing another Let's Play, because Roller Coaster Tycoon, well, I guess it'd be a Let's Play. I don't know. I may do Terraria, not really sure. But Brick Force, if you don't know what Brick Force is, it's like a kind of Minecraft graphic-based game. I think it's in... People don't know really what 8-bit is, and it has to do with the color scheme, so it's not like an 8-bit game. It's just like a blocky shooter type game, I think. I really haven't done too much research into it. I've just gotten the ability to play it, which is pretty nice. And, you know, I may do some stuff in that when I actually figure out what it is and how you do it and stuff. I may do something relating to Brick Force, but I really don't know too much about it right now to say whether it would be fun to do that, or it would be good to do that, or whatever. But, as far as other things go, I am building something that I think will be pretty cool for a contest held by Mr. BOO for the contest to get onto Build Inc. Because I think that'd be pretty cool, you know, fun to hang out with him on his server. I guess his server, I really don't know. I should probably get more information about things I'm going to talk about before I actually go making a fool out of myself, so just never quote me on anything I say. I forgot what I was saying too. Right, the link. And I think it'd also be a good way to get my channel out there, because he actually mentioned that in a video. I was kind of thinking of it before he said it, but, you know, I wasn't sure if it would actually work. But he said, you know, yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. So that would always be a nice thing, you know, just another way, since he's got like 50,000 subscribers, right? Or, I don't know, he deserves it at least. I don't know, he's pretty good guy. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get into that, because I think that'd be really helpful and it'd be really nice. Yeah. So as far as enchanting goes, I kind of want to make one of those automated enchanting rooms where, and I know I'm destroying this with my hand, and it's kind of annoying you probably. Oh, I do have another shovel. Nice. As far as the enchantment room goes, I kind of want to make it so it's like you can control different pistons going up and stuff. So that way, you know, you can have more levels or less. But I know at the beginning it's gonna end up just being me placing torches to block the the bookcases abilities and stuff. So, you know, whatever. It'll work out fine. I mean, it just doesn't have to be anything fancy. Eventually, I would like to make everything in this world just super fancy, but I know that that's not always a possibility and stuff, so, you know, I will not complain unless I'm 300 episodes into my Let's Play and I am still living in this house. I still don't have a constant supply of food. I haven't even started the floating island yet, you know, a bunch of other stuff. Unless, of course, I do switch worlds, which is always a possibility with the new world types, new world generation, stuff like that. Always a possibility. So, let's craft, say, that's one stack, or half a stack of sandstone. Dang, you need a lot of sand to make sandstone. And we will make some, make a lot of sandstone, half slabs though. And, oh, I forgot water. That's a shame. So again, this will not be my final reed farm, because, you know, we're going with the whole, like, mass produce thing, so I'm gonna have to have one up in the sky, as well as one down below that kind of gives me more results. Then the one up in the sky, which will be, like, hand harvested and stuff. The bottom one will probably be piston harvested, you know what I'm thinking, and you are in my way. No, you're not in my way. Yeah, you're in my way. But I will let you live, because I said I will not kill cows. I will need you for breeding once. So I said in my previous video that my slaughterhouse idea didn't work, but I never really explained what that was. So I guess I should do that. Basically what my slaughterhouse was going to be was, it was going to be a bunch of cows, and they would be trapped in a square. You're just going to have to envision this yourself, because I can't really explain it perfectly. So how many blocks was that? 2? Alright, we'll go 6 more out. Yeah, like that. And they were going to be trapped in a little tiny square, and it was just going to be, you could go right up next to them and click on them right like that. Just like, well, not like that. You can't see what I'm doing with my mouse. But you just click on them. Oopsie. You just click on them, and that would cause them to immediately, you know, like breed with each other, and then that would just get over there, yeah. And that would just be what was happening the whole time. And they would breed, and they would make little babies right there. And then the babies would go through, you know, a little hole in the wall. And I thought, you know, you could probably separate them using, say, what is it called? The ladders, because you know the hitbox on ladders, you can probably separate them, but unfortunately, you can't. So that kind of put a damper on my idea, because it was all based around the little animals getting out of there. You know, you keep the parents up in there. Little babies, they just go out right away. And I forgot to make an infinite source, but whatever, it's all fine. That's a nice source of sand right there. Yeah, the little babies would go away, and they would go on a nice path in the water. And by the time they got up to the mainland, and their meat would be destroyed, I mean they would be killed. They would be adults by then, because it would be a long enough little ride in the water. At least that was my plan, and I know now that that is no longer a possibility. It's kind of sad, because I really like that. I thought it would be really, really good, and like the fastest way of getting meat for food, because meat is definitely better food than what is it called? Then just can't think of the name right now. Bread. Yeah, meat's a lot better food than bread. But I also, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and plant these while I make some more, so that way we can get growth right off the bat. But I also, you know, can just make a chicken farm eventually, but that's not too original. I'm trying to come up with something that would be a little more original, a little more out of the box than just, you know, the basic chicken farm where they're suspended on water. You know, I still could think of an innovative chicken farm, but nothing's really come to me yet. So that's a shame, because I do want to try to include more things that are kind of different than what everyone else is doing, rather than just, you know, same old, you see it every day. Which is also why I wanted to, and I forgot again, to make an infinite source. But this will be my last row, so yeah, it'll be all fine. Which is why I want to bring, you know, more videos out there that are kind of different, you know, like Roller Coaster Tycoon and Brick Force. I have not seen any of those, and I hardly see any Terraria anymore. You know, it used to be that I'd see like some Let's Plays of Terraria pretty often, actually, but nowadays it seems like I don't see them at all. It's kind of sad, because it was a good game, and it still is a good game. I mean, just stop becoming a good game eventually. I mean, like one day. But I don't know. I guess people just got kind of bored of it. I don't know why that happened with Terraria and not Minecraft. I guess it's just there's not enough building aspect in Terraria. It's more of an adventure thing, and once you've done all the adventure and you've literally got all the best things in the game, then it's just kind of, you can't build anything and you can't really adventure for anything. So it just gets kind of boring, but I don't know. I still do enjoy the game, and I think it'd be fun to do a Let's Play, because they've added a lot of stuff since I last played. I will be honest, I have not played Terraria in quite some time, and I think they've added like a whole new, like 5 bosses or something ridiculous like that. They've added a lot of bosses since I played, and my chest is full. That's going to be one of the first things I do, is to build a storage room that I can just store things in, I guess you could say. Alright, we will take this egg out, and we will throw it, so that way I get some more room. Chicken? Nope. Chicken would have been helpful in that instance. So I thought today, now that we've got our reed farm growing, we would go and begin building. So I probably want to build my base, like this part of my house, the bottom little level, mainly out of wood. Now, not this type of wood. I want to build it out of this kind right here. So I think I'm going to make a I'm going to start off with some iron pickaxes, you know, like 2 iron pickaxes, because I don't want to use my diamond yet unless I'm going to enchant it. So I will get, and I used my wood right here. I will get some sticks, and we will make just a few of these. Just a few. Well, not really a few. We'll make a couple. You know, I don't know why, but it took me forever to realize that a couple, like, in numbers was 2. Because I always thought, you know, a couple's like 2 or 3. But then, Yeah, I know that sounds kind of gross if you. Never mind. A couple is like 2 or 3, but I realize now that a couple is like a couple as far as like dating goes, and like I guess you could call a wife and a husband a couple. But I just never earlier, like for a while, had come to that conclusion yet, and it was kind of sad now that I look back on it that I never really thought of it like that. So before you feel the same, make sure you know that a couple does mean 2, and you know why. Because otherwise, it is kind of sad. Kind of sad that I didn't make that connection in my head. I don't know why. Now, I think I'm gonna cut out all this tree mining right here. Well, actually, I'm not. So, I'm gonna talk about bikers, because they can be kind of stupid. And I don't mean bikers as in the motorcycle people. I mean the bikers, like, using bikes. Now, people on bikes, you know, you're just, like, cruising down the street. And I know I said this in my last episode, too. I was talking about cruising down the street. But you're cruising down the street, and, like, in the center lane of the road there's just, like, a biker. A guy on a bike riding right there. And it's like about to become night, and he's not wearing any reflective clothing. Sorry about that, guys. Had to cough there, and catch. Never mind. All right. So you're riding down the street, and in the center lane there's like a biker, not a biker like that. There is a bike rider who is not wearing any reflective clothing whatsoever in the middle of the lane when it's about to become night. So it's like dusk right now. It just turned to night. Or not just turned, no, it's just turning to night. And the biker is just right there in the middle lane, and he's just oblivious to the fact that in a few minutes people are no longer going to be able to see him. And he's just putting himself stupidly into a bunch of risk that he could completely avoid by either riding riding in a less stupid position than in the center of a major road, or wearing some reflective clothing. I mean, either one is really easy, and he's just not, he's just oblivious. I don't know, people can be oblivious sometimes. And I actually heard that bikers, and I do mean like the motorcycle bikers this time, have like a secret signal to each other, like whenever they pass each other, every single one of them will like wave to the passing biker. And, if they're not in the same group and they're not going to the same place, but like just any random biker, they will always wave to them. Now, someone told me about this and I wasn't really sure. I thought, that's kind of weird, but I did notice it, like just sitting at a stoplight, and some biker lady was sitting next to me, and some guy passed right in front of her and me, and gave her a little like wave. Just like lift up his hand to her and like show the side of it. I don't know. Maybe he was hitting on her or something, but no. I think that is the biker signal. It's just like a little hand, not in your direction, but like, how sometimes people wave by not actually shaking their hand. They just like put their hand out, and yeah, it was kind of like that kind of wave. And it's kind of cool actually. Just like if every car driver did that to every car there was, of course that's not possible, but that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I think I wouldn't ever ride a bike though, a motorcycle, not a bike. They do ride bikes, but I would never ride a motorcycle. It just seems kind of like nerve-wracking to me, like especially on the highway. If you're on the highway and you're riding a bike, riding a motorcycle, I don't know. The two words are kind of interchangeable, but not really. So you're riding a motorcycle on the highway, it just seems like it'd be so easy for you to fall off and just hit the ground when you're going like 70 miles an hour or something. And it would just be way too nerve-wracking to me. But I do know people that have bikes, and they're not like adventurous types necessarily, which is kind of weird to me, because it seems kind of like a daredevil kind of thing. Like, I'm more adventurous than they are, and I'm not really that adventurous myself, but they're like riding bikes, and I just want to do that. I mean, I'd kind of rather skydive. I don't know, skydiving has always seemed cool to me, whereas riding a bike just seems kind of like, ooh, that'd be kind of scary. But I don't think it actually is. I think there's some like force of physics or something that I don't have any idea about that allows you to, to stay on the bike. I mean, I know there's a reason that bikes will stay up on their two bikes and motorcycles will stay up on their two wheels pretty easily. And I think that may have something to do with like keeping you on a motorcycle slash bike also. But I really don't know, honestly. I really don't know. I should probably look into that. Kind of interesting. My grandpa always told me, like, if you're interested in something, it's always good to look it up, because looking it up it'll give you a bunch of knowledge. I thought, that's some pretty good insight, because looking stuff up, or not looking it up, he said you should always inquire about it, I guess, because curiosity is always a good thing. Not always a good thing, I guess. Some curiosity can be kind of bad, actually. But curiosity is a good thing often, and it will lead you to knowing a bunch of things, which is always good. And speaking of knowing a bunch of things, I'm trying to learn C++, and it's going pretty well so far. I got a book at Half Price Books, which I explained in my first LP episode, which was quite a while ago, it seems like, even though I know it was maybe a week or so ago. I haven't put out many videos. Well, anyway, I got a book it's a beginner's guide to C++ called C++ Without Fear, and it's going pretty well so far. And it's nothing advanced at all, which is kind of the bad part. And I already knew all this because I had been trying to look into C++ and like the programming language before right now, but had just kind of stopped because I was watching videos, and I prefer like a hard copy that I can read, and if I don't understand something, instead of having to back up the video, I can just read over it again and make sure I know everything pretty well. So I do prefer the book to like a video thing, although the video does have the benefit of you being able to see the screen and a little more interactive, I guess, because he shows you the text, the writer of this textbook, because it is a textbook even though I'm not taking a class or anything. He gives you doesn't give you examples, he gives you the text that you would write straight into like Eclipse or code blocks, whatever you're using. I'm not sure Eclipse can write C++, I don't think it can. It'll show you the code that you put right into that, and you can compile and then run and make a program with. And if you don't know what that means, I'm sorry. It's not too complicated. I guess I can explain some of it. Like, as far as compiling goes, I'm sure most of you do know what compiling is and stuff. So, you just write the code and then you compile it, which basically means you take all of the words that you've written, and a compiler, which is just the thing that does the compiling. The compiler will take all of that and translate it into ones and zeros that the computer can understand, and with that, the computer will then execute any of the things you've written. So it's all pretty cool how people took the ones and zeros, and kind of fascinating, how people took ones and zeros and they changed that into words using programming language, which programming language really doesn't actually have any. Like, a programming language wouldn't be hard to make if you knew what the ones and zeros meant, because all it is just assigning a word to a series of ones and zeros. Like, there's 2 cows here? What are you guys doing in here? It's gross. Cows. It's just assigning a word to a function that a 1 and 0 is already made up. So writing the code for a whatever, or making your own programming language wouldn't be too hard. It'd be making the compiler using machine code that would be the hard part, which is I guess where the difficulty comes in. But other than that, it's just like making words, and I know I couldn't create my own programming language, because first of all, I'd have to know what all the ones and zeros meant, and second of all, I have no earthly idea how to code a compiler, even if I did have a coding language already figured out and stuff. So, yeah. It's all beginner. It's a beginner book, and it's not going to enable me to write like games or anything like that. However, I would eventually be able to make simple games and just have fun with them, but who knows? Not something that's going to happen right now, although it does look pretty good in the future. And, you know, maybe I can get to intermediate eventually, and then advanced, then I'll just have the whole thing understood. And I know C++ isn't really a good programming language to start out on, but whatever, just go for it. Go big or go home. Alright, I don't exactly know where I'm going, actually, so I can't really go home if I want to. Ooh, I guess this direction. No, there's a jungle over there. We'll go this direction then. Onward. Yeah. Oh, yep, I see a plane over there, so we're looking all good. And I think my next video is either going to be something that I've decided. Ooh, I need to kill... Oh, nice! 3 Endermen. I need to kill all of you for Ender Pearls. Because, you know, eventually you need Ender Pearls, like... Ah, oh, it's so stupid. When you're looking for the end, and you need to find the stronghold, and you need Ender Pearls, it takes forever to find Ender Pearls, and then once you get to the end, it's like... You've got an unlimited supply of Ender Pearls, because of all the Endermen there. But either way, I'm going to kill all these guys. Yep. Got 1 out of 3. That's the difficult part. You gotta find, like, just because you need, like, 14 or something, which, I mean, you usually need less than that, but let's say you need 14, you gotta find, like, 30 Endermen just to get to the stronghold. And, honestly, I did not think of people spawning on my roof, but, whatever. It doesn't matter, really. But it's not gonna let me sleep, is it? Alright, that explains things. If you remember in like my second episode or first episode or something, whenever I built this house, I was looking for a zombie because it said there was a zombie nearby when I was trying to sleep, but I couldn't find him, so I guess he was on my roof. That's kind of strange. Oh, hey, we're gonna sleep and... Actually, no. I'm gonna go plant these sugarcane that I got, or reeds or whatever they are. I always call them reeds. I guess technically they're sugarcane. Now, this sugarcane farm design is probably the best one, because you can walk along here and none of your little things will fall in the water, which is really beneficial, because when they fall in the water, you gotta go through the water to get them. Especially if you're OCD like me and you want like full water blocks if you can see the water. Which is also good, because then I don't need to farm so much water. Actually, you know, you really don't have to farm water, because if you've got a row right here, you can place a water bucket here, and place one right here, and, you know, then you can pick up this part in the middle, and it won't destroy your infinite water right there, and you can place one right here, and you're done. So, I mean, you know, you learn something new every day. And I guess I will have to put all this wood in here. And I'm gonna end the episode right here, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Next time, we're gonna begin work on our main little house in the center of our village over there. And hopefully we'll make it look nice and stuff, and after that we can begin to make the floating island. Actually no, after that we're going to begin to make the underground, so that way we can have resources, because, you know, up above isn't really resource gathering, down below is. And I'm making my screen all twitchy, and peace out.